What's up, you guys? I want to wait a couple of minutes, see if anybody comes in. This is my first live, so let's see how this goes. I got a couple of topics I want to run through. I'm gonna take my time with it. Um, it's after 9 o'clock in the evening, so it's at the end of the day for me. So I'm gonna just go through a few topics. I'm gonna see if anyone chimes in, anyone comes in, and yeah. So we're waiting for some people to come in. I'm just gonna set some things up here. For those that might be watching a replay, let me see here. For those that might be watching a replay, I don't want to give you a lot of dead screen time, but the first topic is going to be about Ben Simmons.
By advertising on YouTube, I grow my business by reaching my most important customers, people like Allison. She's a fact.
Action and Embiid for the lead. Simmons the tip to cover for the expiration of time.
Let's see how this shows up here.
Advantages of having a 6'10" point guard who crashes down the stretch. First one to it, absolutely in time. Basketball. Philadelphia quickly the other way. Simmons. Young players, they're playing well now.
McConnell sees a streaking Simmons out of the left corner of his eye. Perfect pass. He runs past the entire defense, catches that ball.
Simmons.
Looks like we got one person in the house. What's up, Alva? Let me know if you can hear me. You can leave a little comment.
Simmons, the wraparound jam.
Moving back.
All right. Okay, now I just saw the comment. Cool. It's my first stream. Hey, what's up? I wanted to come on here and do a live because of people like you, people that have been riding with me for a minute now since I started the channel. So I appreciate you, Alva. Since you're in here, I'm just going to get into it. The first topic I want to speak about and really get into is Ben Simmons. Right now, he's a topic of conversation. I feel like the 76ers are mishandling this right now. And you're hearing from a New Yorker that moved to the Pennsylvania area. Okay, Al, I hear you. That's what's up. And I moved to the Pennsylvania area, so I get a lot of 76er games. So naturally, I watch them by default, right? And I was hearing murmurs and rumors about the 76ers being dissatisfied with Ben Simmons, his inability to shoot the three-point shot, scoring in the fourth quarter, making free throws. They kept hammering them in the press about it. And I kept telling people that this kid is only about 3-4 years in the league. He only had 1 year at college. Okay, he sat out his entire rookie year because of an injury. He came back in his actually second year to win Rookie of the Year. So you have to give this kid a chance. Where else are you going to find 6'10" point guard skills with Defensive Player of the Year capabilities? Where are you going to find that? How many, where in history can you give me 10 guys with that size and skill set? So I think the 76ers are making a big mistake. I actually believe they should trade Joel Embiid, actually. In all reality, trade him right now while you can get top dollar for him, top value. He's about 27, 28 years old. He's perfect right now, perfect trade bait. And surround Ben Simmons with some shooters and some athletes and some quality role players, maybe one other star that doesn't slow the pace down or clog up as much lane space, and let Ben Simmons mature naturally. All right. But they kind of already screwed up when they had Doc Rivers after they got eliminated, by the Atlanta Hawks last year. They asked Doc Rivers after the game, can you win a championship with Ben Simmons? And he says, well, I can't answer that right now. Wrong answer. That can be repaired, but that wasn't a trade Embiid. That's a big idea. Yeah. Trade Embiid. And why? Because I've seen enough to know that this is the best he's going to be. He's not going to be any better than he is right now. And he's really good. He can give you 28, 30 points a game, 15 rebounds. He can make a three. He's a stretch five. He can defend. He's wonderful, but he's brittle. I don't know about his commitment to his diet. I don't know about his commitment to his body. He tends to get whiny when things doesn't go his way. He starts to look for referees to bail him out when he's going up against another team that's really locked in and focused. I like the young players over the superstars. Well, that's kind of the point I'm trying to make, Al, is that Ben Simmons, he can get better at shooting. Jason Kidd, Gary Payton, there's been a slew of players, Magic Johnson, that didn't come into the league with a knockdown jump shot, but as time went along, they developed it and they became damn near unstoppable. And I see that with Ben Simmons. They're going to regret it. They're going to regret it. I want to see if some other people come into the room and see how they feel about Ben Simmons, particularly anybody out of the Pennsylvania or Philadelphia area, anybody that's a 76er fan. Feel free to chime in. But that's my stance right now, that they need to trade Embiid and even move Tobias Harris's contract. They overpaid Tobias Harris. I mean, they paid him like a big three superstar, and he's a notch below that. And every time the playoffs come around, it shows. Because that's when they start looking for Ben Simmons to get 30 and a triple-double, but they have to realize he can do that if Embiid is not at the end calling for the ball all the time. And I just don't think in a modern game, it's tough. If I had to choose between an all-star center to build my team around and a 6'10" guard that can play five positions, damn near can guard five positions, and has the possibility of becoming an all-time great with that size, I'd take Ben Simmons and build around him. The other thing I'm gonna do a revolving door on these topics. I'm gonna go as long as I have the energy because this is late at night for me. But I'm gonna spit a little bit about John Jones, MMA great, UFC great, light heavyweight champion, arrested again, and I don't know too much about the arrest. All I know is that he got into a domestic thing with his girlfriend. He supposedly pulled her hair and headbutted a cop car and all the things you do when you're drunk. And obviously, John Jones has had an issue with alcohol abuse, and he's had an issue with narcotics abuse. It's documented. I don't want to speak about that as much as it just brings his name up in the conversation amongst the greats. And who do you feel is the GOAT of MMA right now? And I don't think it's in question whether or not he's the GOAT of the light heavyweight division. I think that's not in question by anyone. Whether he's the GOAT of the entire MMA world, I believe he's close. If he's not the GOAT, he's one, and then there's 1A. If you want to say Khabib or GSP is 1A or 1B, I wouldn't have a problem with that. Because Khabib has been on a super run. He's had a bad luck streak of not being able to have the Tony Ferguson fight when it was supposed to happen. And that would have further cemented Khabib's legacy, but it just didn't happen. GSP did make a comeback and beat Michael Bisping for another title, I think at 185 or something like that. But yeah, John Jones. Either way you want to put it, I mean, you splitting hairs, but if you want to do a Mount Rushmore MMA 4 guys, John Jones is there. Another thing I'm going to touch on this evening is Kyrie Irving. He's in the news for reportedly stating that due to his vaccination status, he won't be playing home games for the Brooklyn Nets. Currently, I believe only 2 stadiums or 2 arenas, 2 cities in the NBA do you have to be vaccinated to play in, and that's San Francisco, that would be the Golden State Warriors, and that would be the New York Knicks and the Brooklyn Nets. This is becoming an issue, this vaccination thing, and that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to refer to it as the shot. It's starting to divide the country, and celebrities and athletes are starting to speak their mind about it. And the idea that your superstar guard is only going to play half the season because you play half your games at home. Man, I never thought I would see anything like this. Have I seen Al's asking me, have I seen the Muhammad Ali documentary? Which one, Al? I mean, it's probably like 10. I've seen at least 2 of them. But yeah, to finish my thoughts on Kyrie and the vaccination issue about him playing, I hear you, Kyrie, but with your history of taking games off last year and the fact that you and KD were pretty much hurt you guys' entire first season there with Brooklyn, and you got paid to sit on the sidelines and be a cheerleader, I think you might have to bite the bullet and suck it up and take that shot. Take one for the fans. Take a hit for the people that paid your salary for a year while you was hurt. One just came out. I was talking about the Muhammad Ali documentary. No, I'm going to have to check into it, Al. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm always interested. Muhammad Ali is one of the three men that really influenced my youth. That would be Muhammad Ali, Bruce Lee, and George Jefferson, believe it or not. But Muhammad Ali, definitely. Kyrie Vax is the reason I like young players. Well, what do you mean by that, Al? But I'll look into that Muhammad Ali documentary. Al, if you're speaking about Ali, you should also have you ever watched any of Jack Johnson's documentaries? I believe Jack Johnson was just as fascinating a man as Muhammad Ali, but Jack Johnson gets brushed under the rug because he was too black, in my opinion, for mainstream America, for him to be put on a pedestal like that. You know, some of the things Jack Johnson did, he was way ahead of his time, way ahead of all these rappers, you know, with the things that he was doing in his time. And he was far more courageous to have done the things in his time. It was part of the story? Okay. Yeah, as it should, because Muhammad Ali took a lot from Jack Johnson. Okay. All right. And just for the video's sake, Al, I'm just going to bring in the fourth topic that I had off the cuff that I was going to speak on. And that was the plight of the NFL running back right now. Me growing up, some of your biggest stars in the NFL were running backs: Walter Payton, Barry Sanders, Emmitt Smith, O.J. Simpson, Gale Sayers, so on and so forth. A lot of them were stars of the teams. And they were paid like it and they were marketed that way. On Sunday, when you had the teams marketed for that day, they would usually market the best running back if he was the best player on the team. They wouldn't automatically market the two teams' quarterbacks like they have a tendency to do now. So if you're a kid coming out of high school, going into college, why would you want to be an NFL running back now with the short lifespan, the non-guaranteed contracts that you always have in the NFL, and the rules that got changed to protect the wide receiver and got changed to protect the quarterback? Those rules were not changed to protect the running back. The running back still gets smacked almost on every play. And now it's worse because of the rule changes. They don't want helmet to helmet hits. So now that you have defenders diving at your legs all game long, beating up your knees and your quads and your ankles. So the plight of the NFL running back. I mean, you guys can, if you see this video or you coming in live, you can comment on that yourself. If I was playing football, I wouldn't want to be a running back. I mean, a couple of guys like Ezekiel Elliott are getting big deals because he's a Cowboy. But if you look around the league, they're not giving big deals or franchise type deals to running backs. But running backs are taking a lot of punishment, you know, far more punishment than wide receivers and quarterbacks now. So that's how I feel about that. But yeah, back to the Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid thing. Yeah, I feel they should trade Joel Embiid. I don't feel like they should go back to the draft. I feel like they should swap him for another star because the process is taking long enough in Philadelphia. The process has been going on for damn near 10 years now. So it has to start paying dividends to the fans because they've been loyal and they've been waiting a long time. So that's the way I feel about that. I don't know how much longer I'll stay on here, Al, because I started this one late. But I just wanted to give this a test run. And I'm going to figure out a time that I'm going to start going live every day. I don't know if it's going to be the evening or the mornings or both. Hell, it might be random all times a day. Ken Burns on Muhammad Ali. It's the new show on PBS. Okay. Yeah. Dinner time for you. Okay. Enjoy it, Al. Thanks for checking in. I definitely appreciate that for sure. I might cut this one short too right now since you're the only one in here tonight. But hey, I only needed one. Just me and you, Al. I'll never forget it. I'll remember it. All right. Good to hear from you live. Probably in the next live, I'm going to put out a phone number and I'll start taking calls in the next live. So that's pretty much what I'll do. So I'm not sitting up here talking in circles to you. All right. I'll cut this short. Well, not short. Well, I'll definitely do longer lives in the future. And I'll provide a phone number so people can call in and argue with me the way they do in the comment section. I appreciate all of it. I enjoy all of it. And I hope everyone is well out there. As always, like, comment, share, leave comments, agree, disagree. I'm here for conversation. Once again, thanks, Al, for checking in. And I'm going to end it here. I'll see you guys soon. Peace, Al.